Did Leffen die? It's been that long since I've entered a Smash tournament, huh? Hey, what's up guys? It's Leffen. Today we're gonna be doing the Google autocomplete search results. I'm gonna be answering the most common questions, at least as asked on Google. We'll see. I think I know a lot of these, but maybe there's something that specifically people on Google search for, maybe that they don't have the courage to ask through Twitch chat or Twitter directly. So yeah, let's get into it. How did Leffen get his name? It's kind of a story. Originally, I didn't really have a tag, and so when I was young, I bought a World of Warcraft account. That account had Leffen as its tag, and then I used to use that tag Leffen to sign up for all this brawl, like not really thinking about it. I went to one local and then it just kind of stuck. And to me, I didn't really think about it very hard. It was just like, oh, it's a name. And then looking back at it, I mean, it's just a good name because it's like relatively unique, short. People know that it's me, it's Googleable. But yeah, that's the story. How tall is Leffen? On my stream, I actually have a command for both this and wingspan because people ask it so often. I'm like 186, I think. Wingspan, I don't remember in feet, but it's slightly above average for my height. And that's what my friends complain about when we play basketball.
Is that a common thing you get at tournaments?
Like people expect me to be short, especially because every other Smasher is really short. People are surprised I'm tall, especially, I think it's because I'm Asian and I was like skinny. So people are like, oh, well, he's short Asian. Every time I meet Reggie, and I met him yesterday too, he's like, oh my God, you're so tall, you're huge. For some reason, I give off short energy on stream, but I'm actually not that short. How old is Leffen? In real years, I'm 27, but like pre-pandemic, I was turned 25, so I still feel like I'm 25. It's really weird that I'm 27 now. Yeah, I'm kind of a boomer when it comes to esports. I used to be the young one, and as time will have it, now I'm kind of the old one. Although in Melee, there's a lot of people over 30 and stuff like that. For some games, especially if like I play a new game, I expect there to be a lot of young kids, and I'm not quite Asian yet, but I'm still gonna be around for quite a while. How did Leffen break his hand? I got this so much at the time, and some people made up fan theories, all this stuff. It was really a really silly thing. I was working with weights, I was lifting weights, doing wrist strengthening things, because you need that when you're a melee player, right? To not hurt your hands. In order to protect my hands, I was lifting a weight, and then I dropped it, and I didn't drop it on my hand, I dropped it, and it was gonna drop on the floor, so I tried to react and put my hand under it, and then it just hit, like, it didn't even hit that hard, but it just hit on this part and it just started hurting really bad. It was funny because I was trying to play right after. I was like, nope, it does not work. And then eventually, yeah, it was broken, but it's fine now. I actually don't really think about it. I have a scar and you can feel like there's a metal plate here, but outside of that, it works fine. What controller do I use? This is also a question I get all the time. Right now, I use a Goomwave GameCube controller, and I use a beta one, and I'm in the process of updating to the current like release Goomwave. What this all means is basically it's a modded GameCube controller. GameCube controllers have a lot of flaws, and so this is like a custom motherboard inside of it, and custom buttons, like shaved off face buttons so they're easier to tap, mechanical triggers instead of regular LNR triggers. All that stuff is basically just to make it slightly better for Melee. For fighting games like Guilty Gear, I use a cross-up, and I'm also kind of in the process of trying to look at using a digital controller, so a frame one, where instead of having a control stick, you just use digital buttons. We'll see where I go with that. I'm kind of in the process of like, maybe I'll swap, maybe I don't. What is Deep Leffen bot? Honestly, from what I know, it's a AI trained on Leffen tweets and Smash Bros Reddit. So it's not actually only based on me. Like it wasn't memey enough, it was just my Twitter. So it's like half trained on me and then half on someone else. And it isn't one guy ghostwriting, it just spits out like long heaps of text. And then the guy behind it kind of like takes it and then chooses the funniest lines, basically. It's really funny. I think it was hilarious at the start, but at this point, I'm kind of tired of every funny tweet I do. It's like, oh, is this a Deep Leffen bot tweet? Oh, you sound just like Deep Leffen. When is Leffen coming back? Well, I'm kind of back now. I'm in America for the first time in almost 2 years. I would say I'm back. I mean, I was around, but it was mostly online tournaments. I'm really excited to finally be back in LA and America. And luckily, despite there being some issues getting the visa, now that I have it, it was pretty smooth going through customs and everything. So hopefully I'll be traveling a lot more. And yeah, I would say I'm back. Did Leffen join FaZe Clan? I have never even heard of this. I wonder if there's someone that looks mildly like me with like bleached hair and or Asian that is skinny. It's a very common theme that people say, oh my God, this guy looks just like Leffen. And I like look at the person and he's just a normal dude with like some kind of haircut. I never see it, but maybe that's because I'm very, you always see yourself maybe slightly differently than everyone else. Did Leffen retire? No, not really. I mean, I didn't go to tournaments for a while because of COVID, but I still entered online tournaments. I don't think I'll ever like retire from Melee. Like, oh my God, I will never enter again. But depending on if there's another game I really want to play, if there's, maybe when Project L, the new Riot League fighting game comes out, like maybe I'll take a break. Maybe I'll see if I want to go full time in that for a while. But because of how Melee works and because it's been around for so long, I don't really think I'm gonna retire from that game almost ever. But I have retired from like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Smash Ultimate because yeah, I don't enjoy playing those games, especially during the pandemic with how bad their netcode is. It was like, yeah, I'm not gonna keep playing a game that I suffer when I play online at home. Did Leffen die? Is Leffen quitting Twitch? No, I'm still streaming. I still am on Twitch. I have not been bought up by YouTube yet. I guess we'll see, but no, I have no plans on quitting Twitch, especially like for Smash and fighting games. It's very much like concentrated on Twitch. Sometimes I'll go through periods of like, I don't really want to do like super streamy content. Like sometimes I just want to sit and play games. Yeah, I really enjoy just doing that. And streaming can kind of make it feel less like a grind sometimes when you have people to talk to and stuff like that. Especially during the pandemic, I really enjoyed streaming. Is Leffen quitting YouTube? My YouTube is kind of in like a weird spot because it was very focused on Smash content and I didn't play that much Smash in the past 5 months. I didn't upload that much. I do have a clips channel that we uploaded it to. I'm the type of guy that like sometimes I feel like doing YouTube content and sometimes I don't. And I'm not gonna force it because I think that just creates like the only thing I'd be able to upload would be like stream highlights and that's not really something I'd be proud of. Is Leffen quitting Twitter? Now this is what I maybe should be doing sometimes. I tweet less than I did before, but I mean, I don't know. Twitter's really fun when it's fun, but then sometimes it's really bad. I should quit Twitter during tournaments though. I will say that. Does Leffen still play Melee? Yes, at least for now. We'll see if I keep playing next year and what my plans are. I am not 100% sure. It will kind of depend on how the scene looks, how much I enjoy it. For now, yes, I absolutely still play Melee. Where does Leffen live? I live in an apartment in Stockholm. I really, really like Stockholm. It's cold during the winters. It's very dark during the winters. Overall, I don't have any plans to move. I know people always ask me that. Yeah, for now, and probably for the long period of time, I will be staying in Stockholm. I really enjoy Sweden. I like the culture, and yeah, there's no place I would rather live permanently, at least. Is Leffen still on TSM? I think so. I hope I'm not fired by the time this video comes out, but yes, I've been on TSM since 15. I think I'm the longest standing player now that Björksen left us. So we'll see how long I can keep the streak going, but yeah, still very much on TSM. I am enjoying it. Do not fire me. Is Leffen Japanese? No. I am a weeb sometimes, but I am not Japanese. I'm half Korean, and I do not speak any Korean. My dad doesn't either. He was adopted. He was like one of the first people to ever be adopted from South Korea to Sweden, actually. And yeah, neither of us speak Korean, and I actually have not been to Korea either, although I do really want to go. Is Leffen free? Free from visa troubles or free in-game? I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to answer that yourselves.
How's it feel to know what the internet is searching for about you?
It feels good. I think I knew a lot of these just because like when you're in a Twitch chat, people always come in and ask you this. I'm happy I got this recorded. So now whenever someone asks any of these questions, I can just link them the video and I will have an adequate explanation of why I am not Japanese on the internet. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for the questions and you know, like, subscribe, all that stuff if you want to see more, and hopefully I'll see you soon. What time is it? I have to go to the Lakers game and we were gonna be there at 6:45, but I don't know what the traffic's gonna be like. But we should have a decent amount of time. Yeah.
You have to be there at 6:45.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.